Hey there, it's me Jadrian, and in this video I'm going to talk about solid liquid gas. And by the way, I just want to let you guys know that I use this chemistry course book to teach this chapter. If you're interested on this book, you can check out the description box below. So to start with, what you have to know is that if an atom or molecule has greater heat in it, and we will have same amount of kinetic energy because energy is constant. And kinetic means motion, which means kinetic energy is motion, right? If increase in kinetic energy or increase in heat, it will increase in speed as well. Okay? Which means if an atom or molecule, it gains more heat, it will increase kinetic energy, which is motion, and it will increase the speed as well. So this is basically the concept of solid liquid gas. So for example, let's try an ice cube. So this is an ice cube. So as you can see here, those atoms are arranged in lattice. The pattern we call it as lattice. This pattern we call it as lattice. So what happens if we heat it? So based on the concept here, if we heat it means more energy in an atom and increase in kinetic energy, which is motion, and increase in kinetic energy, which means increase in speed. So if we heat it, those atoms will start to move. Okay, it will start to move and it will collide with other atoms as well. So in physics or in chemistry or anything else, atoms or even air molecules are constantly hitting each other. So in this case, the atom in the ice cube starts to hit each other, and this is ice cube, which is solid. And if we melt an ice cube, it will become water. And if we heat the water, those atoms in water will move even faster. Okay? So if we heat it, it will become gas. Let me just steam or gas. Okay? So it will move even faster. And it's constantly hitting each other. Okay, so the kinetic energy of this, if we hit it, more heat, greater energy, and greater motion. And yeah, this concept we call it as kinetic theory. Okay, which means if we have greater heat, we will have greater kinetic energy. If greater kinetic energy means greater motion and greater speed. But we can reverse this process as well. So let me just go to the next page. Right now this is steam, which is 100 degrees Celsius. But what happens if we cool it? If we cool it, which means we will decrease in energy, right? Decrease in heat, decrease in motion, decrease in kinetic energy. So if we decrease the heat, at the same time decrease in kinetic energy, and those molecules will not move too far from each other because they had started to lose energy, which means they are getting slower and slower. And if we further cool it, decrease heat, further decrease kinetic energy, further so if we cool it down further, those atoms, it will tightly pack together again. to 0 degrees Celsius. Maybe here is between x, which is greater than 0 degrees Celsius, but it's lower than 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this gas, liquid and solid, no heat, okay, so this is a lattice pattern. So the reason why they form a lattice pattern is because they lose energy, right? So when they collide with each other or bounce together, they will not have enough energy to bounce back. Okay, so when they collide, they have not enough energy to bounce back. They will just stay like this, and they will tightly packed together. And again, if you increase in heat, you increase in kinetic energy. If you increase in kinetic energy, you will increase the frequency of collision, which is FOC. And yeah, that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.